So I have to check the city right here, right? I didn't go that far up. Maybe I'll find something.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Right. Not enough points for that. I have to go up to the balcony actually. Right.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Oh, they all hate me. What a wonder. Some magnesium. With the sign. With the sign, Gislane 33. Alright. There is a guy that looks like me.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat,
What?
smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
What does the L stand for?
Peyton, my maiden name. I meant you, the Revachol Citizens Militia, the police.
What
Nothing,
gave us away?
honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Relax. She meant it in jest.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I hate long nails, guys.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
The Wild Pines group. I mean, such ladies are always mysterious and probably guilty. You're on a boat.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent.
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
Alright.
The Wild Pines group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain. She nods.
This lynching. Can I have some money, actually? Let's not go for that.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Okay.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait, she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Yep.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Yep. My race mentor.
Oh, so you've met him. Has he beguiled you with his inane theories?
Yep. He did.
My colleague has his peculiarities. Let's not go into this particular one just yet.
Of course. To each their own. Yes, I believe there is a connection, but that's a subject for later. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
Okay.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Right. Some info.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous even. It's meant.
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Yes. Extremely. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union. There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
Alright. Diplomacy.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board. It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything really, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
What the hell? Each.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
The real questions, boys.
I first heard it from the boyar at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, call me mañana.
And that's the guy above the workers, yeah.
This checks out. No, wait. The chief negotiator heard it from a man at the gates. Surely the Wild Pines group has more effective channels of information. After all, 2,200 people are on strike. This is a big deal for them.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Strike breakers.
If these strike breakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
Not yet, at least.
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion. occasion.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
That does not add up.
Of course
But alright.
Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
Alright.
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
He has a brother.
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over.
Oh, that's good info.
It's how they
might switch
circumvent
places.
the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Looks like a mob to me, to be honest. Let's make a friend with this woman.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers. I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
What a wonder, guys. What a wonder.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I help? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Sure thing. I have no badge.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, 2.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? I can't hear you, darling. Speak up, please. Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond.
I mean, I can't think of a better thing.
I do believe you, naive as that may sound.
Nice.
I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
True.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen
Come
that badge.
on.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Let's try it out.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest
Oh.
it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
Perhaps.
Or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective,
Maybe.
a word in private before we continue.
What up?
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept in
Is
providing.
this a woman?
Either
What the
way,
hell?
We've played straight into her hands.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their tail.
Yeah.
We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Yep. Let's go
It's
with
quite
this.
straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
Wow. Where do we go now?
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Alright.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Yep.
Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight,
Right.
upstream where it's clearer.
That's interesting
I'll be explicit.
sight.
If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Alright. Maybe it's a deal.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Prove
How do
they
you
have.
think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
Oh, you think it's
Precisely.
drugs?
Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you. We did, on more than one occasion. Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction this area falls under.
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Yeah, but we too, my friend. We're gonna find it.
Well, here's your chance, officers. Yes? Excellent.
Let's go.
According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
Who is in the union box? Yeah, one body, pay for the damages. Oh my god. Write down your badge. Who made the call? Whirling secret passages. Down the coast. Okay.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Of course, Detective. Take care.
Let's go.
A sturdy
Upstairs.
metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Knock,
The
knock.
door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response.
Knock again.
The door rattles again, but this time you hear an elderly woman's voice calling out from inside.
Come on in.
Stop banging on the door.
My god.
I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here. No, I already told you. I won't be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. There must be another entrance to the east.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply. Just faint, sweeping sounds inside.
It's a lost cause. How do we get to the other side though?
The streets will flow red once more.
Oh my
A
god.
great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I mean, there's paint.
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C. Ask away, pigman, but I don't promise to answer.
A brush, an artist. The red splatter is urban expressionism.
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
That's true.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief.
Okay.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her
How is
stare.
this a woman? My god.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Ozo
It's always a good
is an
idea.
archipelago 2 days travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Let's go double agent.
Pig's not half as dumb as he looks. Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah?
Should I make friends with her?
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
Let's
She
try it out.
means the opposite.
Watch your back, Ungulate. You've got
Oh.
eyes on you.
Stop it for now. How do we get to the backside? That's the problem, actually. There is a door, no one opens it. I speak with you, my friend.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Okay, so he's scared already?
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Yep.
Is it really that important?
Yep.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Original.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice? I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Nope.
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
Oh, is that the
And when did you speak to this more muscular
guy on the
gentleman?
bridge? Maybe.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
Sunday friend. Oh my god.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme.
We will remove the body as soon as...
Oh.
Wait, is someone...
No, not you.
And when did you...
Last week?
It'll take more than rain to bring this place back to life.
You didn't answer the...
It was my Sunday.
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, the neighboring windows are streaked with rain.
The
No.
rain.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains? For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes, compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on, what's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door.
Is it a key?
It's a sign.
Okay.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself. He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case. He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there.
Nice penis.
If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud.
What could it be?
Maybe
could it be a key?
there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has many apartments and the man can be in any of them. We'll just have to go in and see.
Let's go. Let's go now. Boots, sneakers, and old slippers. Is this a public bathroom? Oh, I take those, alright. Get the money! Money, money, money! +1 physical, -1 morale. Yeah, I don't need that yet. Some clothes, but that's minus. That's giving me minus. That's +1 half something. So on physical instrument, work it. A logic. Let's go like that. Actually. Yeah, I got that. So it shouldn't be this apartment. There's some things. Glasses. I don't have authority. I mean... Nah, I think I have enough logic, right? I have 6 total logic for drama, but this will give me authority. Minus authority. What's authority? Where's authority? Oh, there it is. Intimidate the public. I have 1. So let's not do that. Can I go here somewhere? Oh, not here. 5-pointed star. Those are other shoes, but I can take them. I have found money in the shoes.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
You seem committed to it, so go on.
The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
I'm just bursting into people's homes. There's just a bed, actually.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian.
Easy
He was a
encyclopedia.
leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
The white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
A bullet. I have a jacket as well. +1 for my jacket. I have +2 for this jacket. +1 half-life. Half-life -1 half. I just had a thought.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism, in other words.
Ah, we got
The
it.
star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. Nothing at all yet. Right now, it's just meaningless shapes on a wall.
Oh, that's a lot of money, actually. Let's try it here.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says
Rearranging
10.
the furniture.
The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Postcard. Still those. But I need that dock workers shift card, I believe. But those I can sell. Some stolen pictures and stuff. That's locked. Let's get some items. I can always ask the old woman that didn't open the door for me. What's this? Let's talk with her now. Why didn't you open the door?
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. Go ahead then. What do you want to know, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yep, that's the guy.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for? Talk?
What the hell?
What
Don't
was
die.
so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Just have to check those. What's this? Russell list. Take those. I mean, those are real strange apartments. I mean, just a bathroom. Let's go to the balcony. Map? What's on the map? Mirror, map wall, hanged man. Yeah. Wanna get beaten up now? Won't do that. Nice. Nice thinking. Hindi. Okay. I mean, +1 electrochemistry. And those give me -1. Oh, +1. -1 reaction speed. I don't really care about those right now, I think. Take the money. So we find out someone is sleeping here, and that's it. That's all we got. How do we get to room 28?
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
It's for my
A
guess.
great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line. Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now.
Well, I don't see
Only
anything.
3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
It's time to go. I don't think that's valuable information. The problem is I have no idea where I... Let's talk with her.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But yes, Uncle Maynard, huge trouble. You're gonna take out your metal detector and your collection of bottle caps and shrapnel.
That smell coming from her paint bucket, it's not paint, it's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself, back in Jamrock. You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo. Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
I can see that, yeah.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Why does art inspire you so much? is it? Yet your eye constantly seeks out the most critical side of any aesthetic confrontation. You follow the expressions of imagination
That's
and
kinda
technical
deep.
skill with curiosity. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
That's also true.
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic. Half cop.
No, I'm not that guy.
Bravo. Continue, then, the mediocre and vulgar epigones of the world. So what if everything is incomprehensibly shit and you can see it? Take no responsibility.
It's fine. It's gonna
This
be fine.
was a good call. That guy probably thinks forensics is autism too.
Problemless. I have no idea how to go up. I have to find the guy, right? I can't find the guy. I really can't find the guy. And this leads... Oh my god, stop it. This, I have no idea what I'm doing. But this does not give me any clues. Maybe break this down. I really can't. So, we tried that. We can go up, right? Can I go here?
Yes?
Maybe. Yeah, how do we go to the apartment 28?
Give me a moment. Ask away, policeman.
Can you tell me
The
about Cindy?
artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Why is there a hole in the wall?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls. People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully
Yeah, maybe
someone
that's the
else.
guy that died.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something into her handkerchief.
I mean... How do we get up? Oh, there's a balcony. Okay. That's it. Well, Gucci now. Yeah, and I'm with a flashlight, so... Money, must be funny in a rich man's world. Rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. Thank you. Is this our guy?
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values
that's
their
our guy.
security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
We have to check everything first. We can't go like that. Let's see. Apartment 30. Alright. Okay. Let's go inside.
This door is made of metal. Number 28.
Let's see if...
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best...
He
chance
was
is
just home.
in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
It's just
Remember,
there, guys.
Tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Let's
No
try
one
again.
answers.
We should return tomorrow.
This door
Or-
is...
No.
This
Let's
door
try.
is no
Knock.
one.
We should return tomorrow.
No
Knock.
one answers.
We should return
No
tomorrow.
Knock.
one.
We should
No
Knock.
one answers.
We should return.
Okay, that's... I tried everything, guys. Can we go here? Oh no, I have to enter this door first and then go through the exit, right? Okay, so we have a building now. Let's see what we have to do after 21. The jam mystery, that's a thing. Who is in the union box? That's gather in the mess hall of the Worthington Racks. Let's check this. Let's check this. Seems good. There's the body. Still kinda hanging in there, guy. Can we run? Oh, I'm running all the time. There's a library. There was something in the library. I forgot. There was a strange room there. Hello. And I couldn't do anything, right? I need some. What do I need?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly
Let's
shaped
try.
trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Ow! Ow! But I don't mind actually.
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame.
Oh, it's
It's
success.
going to take one
How
more
is this a
try to break
success?
it.
I broke my shoulder.
But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
Fuck it hurts. Let's go with fuck it hurts. Oh my god, let's try it out. Okay, there's a gym. Wow. What do we need to talk?
What is this place?
Looks like a
Yes,
gym.
But no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Yes, my brother.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark.
Could it be a plot twist? This guy is bad guy?
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
It always can be a hiccup in my plans.
Yes, because it's closed. Now let's move on, shall we?
Dude, we're gonna find something here. Don't worry, I got you.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of
Oh
beast
my God,
it's
no.
dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Leave. Just leave. It's impossible. I'm gonna... Alright. Bigger room. Now I'm gonna find some clues. Strange liquid. What animals? Yeah, that is creepy. That's... Oh my god, where am I? That's a map of something. There's a door. Oh yeah. It's like a horror game now. Let's go here. I think. Slipstream logo.
Looks
I
like
heard about
someone tried
Slipstream.
to reconceptualize their business here. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Alright.
Not quite. You do know that there's something unusual about this company's business model.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you are right. Money. That's oh, that's a $50. I can pay my stuff now. As long as I find a way to sell it. Blue velvet, mod bitten, money. Yeah, naked mannequin torso is always good. What the hell is this?
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
I can put the cubicle right
A
here.
radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
Maybe it was an emergency.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
I just
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Let's first look.
It's empty, like a beehive
Wow.
without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Let's go.
Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Yeah, let's go.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
That's creepy.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Let's go with are you a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat.
No, she's not
Is
alive.
this the production schedule?
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident.
How am I called Fortress Accident? What the hell is this?
As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios. Now please tell me the reason for your call, Fortress Accident. The filament you have inserted into the reader. Yes. Is that the production schedule? If you are unsure, could you please take a look? Open the hatch on the compartment. Don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There's a filament inside. I need to know what it's called. Good. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Okay, so it is a human.
No.
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Still no. Received. I will register this login attempt.
Oh no.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine. Nothing happens.
Alright, we got something.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Okay.
Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin. One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Let's see.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Amazing.
The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green Welkin,
What the hell is a Welkin?
Red Welkin, and the High Welkin
This
to
is
rule them all.
some kind of elf.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. Political commentary.
One of them so
That one has a great beard, too. Just look at those details. So much effort.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog. Or
That's
morphine,
some really
much needed respite from our own
strange
world.
thoughts, actually.
A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal.
What's brutal?
Minimi stands for a mini meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Right.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Oh, you get the password, perhaps.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
Could this be the password? Let's try maybe. I got this.
Tiles on the cube are still small. The
Press play
speaker comes to
again.
Good afternoon.
Yes,
Please repeat.
yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Okay.
Receive.
I don't.
Don't worry.
Fortress. Thank.
Tiles on the cube are still.
I don't know the passwords. at the end of the day.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Kadran mosaic tiles. Very pedantic.
How do I know what Kendra mosaic tiles are supposed
History
to look
classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Alright.
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled The Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. They must have had massive airwidth. These things don't come cheap. Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
Is this old lady the game master? She was surrounded by radios.
A list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Muindi, Insulinda, Kotla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilmara.
Yeah, that helped me a lot, thanks.
There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. Exactly. This schedule, I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Where the hell are we?
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? Yes, that is the question.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle.
I have no idea.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... yes, especially in here. Okay, let's keep moving.
There's a door.
You see
Is
a
this a
terrifying
fridge?
iceberg with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Then nothing can
The
happen.
bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
Let's go,
A gust
boys.
of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
What could go wrong, you know?
Let's take a look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Alright.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
Yep.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
Yeah, but who pays for the electricity? It's abandoned. I mean, how is it still working?
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
That's what I mean, yeah. What's on the note?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Are those the kids near the body? Maybe.
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
Really? You don't have a single guess?
Would be a Kuno, right?
Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on a filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer. I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
It's good. So we have some evidence against Kuno. That's pretty good. Ah, there the... We should open it, right? Somehow, some way. Busting guns.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Sure.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away. Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
Let's take it.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future. Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
I got a gun. It's really antique, and I can't shoot it. I have a bullet for it. I've got one bullet and a ton of keys. I have no idea. Maybe I can shoot it later. That's still running. What the hell?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams.
Easy.
In the distance, you hear water dripping.
Let's
You slip your
find
fingers
out.
under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand, detective.
Equip the pry bar by going to the Tools tab in your inventory. From there, you can equip it to a held slot.
Come on. Are those the tools? No, right? Yeah, yeah, okay, let's leave so I can go like that. Alright. Tools, pry bar instead of...
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Alright, so I always lose. Let's not do this. I need a pry bar. A mini pry bar for
Two
big boys.
cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
The red one leads to the ice bear. Let's
An
unplug
electric
this.
sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now.
So that should not have any... Oh, I have to unfreeze some stuff. Should I unfreeze this? Let's unfreeze both. I don't need
Only the black cable is plugged in. Something close to you dies with a soft electric current.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say
I'm stopping
anything.
the electricity, man.
The
What do you
electric
mean?
distribution board now has one cable missing.
What do you mean? Intercom wires, okay. Oh, there's the intercom. Can I go?
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the... Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and alright. Maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order? My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Ah, that's so good.
Wait, is she...
Goddamn creepy.
Michelle, just please.
It's a audio copy of something, right?
Why did you even call?
Yep.
I don't understand.
It's the same.
You've been gone for months.
It's a recording.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing? Wait, really? You should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Yeah. We should, but that thing with the doorbell,
The
I
bear's
can...
eyes are dead and empty. Ice inside the fridge, so a friendly cartoon. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate.
Okay, so we got everything here, right? gonna stop the cable. Did I change anything?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a
Machine
hand-cranked
unplugged,
ice
yeah.
cream churner and an electric freezer.
Need a bigger pry bar. What's this? Clothes. +1 drama. +1 logic. Yeah. It's alright. Let's go inside. Maybe we can find those guys in the restaurant. That's a new guy, I'm pretty sure. It's all about money, you know. What do you mean? The hell? Those guys should be in the main hall, right? But they're not. So there's the kitchen. Can I open this? The question.
You see a heavy steel door with
Try
the
to
door
push it.
does not budge. The cobalt blue, old cobalt. It leads to a side building.
Side building is a problem. I can't go inside. Right.
The worker is in a deep slumber.
If I wake him up, I mean, I can try.
You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
Yeah, we can talk with the truck guys on the street. Where were they though? Did I investigate here somewhere? I talked with the guys, I'm pretty sure. Tire trucks. Onto the roof of what?
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after we've...
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
I have never been here.
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Let's try though.
You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal, some other way. Isn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife. His eyes are fixed on a man stranded on the other side of the waterlock and on an enormous billboard that has fallen down into the canal between them.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh? Then again, plenty of daredevil drivers in Rivershore.
Yeah, it's not an accident, you know.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here, especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just bombed out ruins.
Okay, nothing important, I think. I just have to figure it out myself. Waterlock out of order until Wednesday. What day is it today? Gloves. Roy's pawn shop. Fast cash for faster times. Can I sell something maybe? A woman, a phone projector. The hell is this machine? Yeah. Can you not stand in the way maybe?
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags,
This
others
guy.
yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the Headless Phone Rider. The Headless Phone Rider.
Yahoo!
It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head.
Something like Ghost Rider or some stuff.
50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
That's good. Maybe it is lucky. I don't want to be the hobo cop. What's... Why would you go for that? I mean, I don't get the bonus. -2 physical instrument, insomnia. What the hell? Can I sell you some
stuff? If you
stuff?
don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have photonic sensitivities.
Photonic sensitivity is not generally acknowledged by the medical establishment.
I do appreciate it.
Yeah, let's go with this thing. No problem.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you? I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Let's go for that.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
How would I know? Parolidon is just something you know, since the People's Power disaster. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade, Had to take it for radiation sickness.
I can lock you up, my friend.
He's
if you
taking
don't.
for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh my god, that answers me everything.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before.
-1 morale, what the hell?
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
I sold my gun?
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Maybe.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
Okay, that's some
She
information.
didn't seem like a
She.
policeman. Although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive. But I was just happy to get rid of it. And of her.
Was this the girl that I talked to last time? With the paint and
Truth
stuff?
be told, she was terrifying.
Let's go
Right, so
see
let me
something.
get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it? Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage to clean this mess up somehow, while also keeping our focus on the murder investigation.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
Okay, that's some good information.
They went
actually.
their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
I think that's the girl with the paint.
Of course.
There's something I'd like to
Let me
sell.
have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Keep the card.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Okay.
Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business, bad for everyone.
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Right.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says, Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music.
Yeah, you're kind of a party pooper, it seems.
That's odd. Why doesn't he like music?
What do you like then?
The stuff I record myself. Silverware shaking in drawers as motor cars race by. Nocturnal animals climbing on the roof. Airship rotors.
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
Maybe you should ditch music as well. Get into these more experimental sounds he's describing.
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape. Is the Harman Welshie W2. Made in Vespa. Designed in Seoul. Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
That might come in handy. Yeah. Maybe I can record some people.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyundai burning. Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Yeah, it's got. Is there a party somewhere? What is happening?
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Best clothes ever.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes.
Oh my god.
Quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Very cool.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the sneakers, inspect the sneakers.
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool.
Only? That's mad. Found ultra. We're the future.
Oh,
you remember the slogan
no. You lost me.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, His face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The
What
name
up?
Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
You are cool.
You're very cool.
Got it.
Bang, 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 bang.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
Shakedown.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you? Then fire away, officer.
Finger pistols. Why? Why is this good or bad? I have no idea. What the hell?
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Are those bad things? Those motorics? The hell is this? Why would I... how is this a bonus? Is this bad? I have no idea. Are my items just...
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
investment?
An investment? What kind of investment? I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here? What? Only a $5? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my friend.
10.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Oh my god, I just stole money from a guy.
Corruption.
Oh my god. Just stole some money from a guy.
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box. A variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Yeah.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret.
Very
Like
fine.
Made for you. I'll let you have them for $2.50.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Ah. Are those things good, actually? This gives them +1. It can be bad, right? Why would those things give me... What is the solution? Skill points. Bonuses, right? Learning cap +1. And what's this? -1? Or this is a temporary research bonus. Let's do it. I have no idea. I hope I won't get -1 composure. Composure. 4. Bonus from thoughts. Okay, so I have -1 to wait. Alright. I got it. Just temporary. That's the car. That's some guy. Need to... Who are you? Oh, money. Money, money, money. Must be funny. Is this a roundabout? Maybe. So I have to search for guys. I don't see guys hanging out. Maybe just one guy. Can't go like that. Kinda blocked. Can speak to him. There is a guy I can speak to. Pretty sure. Yeah. Let's go. Are you a lorry driver, mister?
Woman does not greet you.
That's it.
She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face.
Don't do drugs, kids.
The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. No response wherever this woman is. Your words fail to reach her.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I?
Oh.
Who are you?
Oh my god.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s. Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution, the sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero.
Why are we stuck here?
Until you came along, that is. Why not, Sheriff? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole. What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare. Then what were you getting at?
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Who the fuck is Irad? Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel, he's no Franco Negro, he's not even Hermenegildo the Hound. Maybe.
Maybe.
Not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
Drug?
No, Lowman, diamonds. Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls.
The skinny
Look at all
man,
the colors
the poet,
and the
this is the
futures of
Mañana
this
guy.
world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
Alright.
I think we're done here, no?
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesque.
The skinny man. That talks about poetry. Is this the guy?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
I don't think so. How do we go here? Okay, from the right side. The skinny man, the only one I can see from here. This is no skinny man, right? That's another guy.
Welcome to Ivashon.
Racist worry driver. Racist worry driver.
Don't you welcome to Revacholmi. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
I'm with you, brother. You
it's
tell
men
him.
like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave.
That guy made Kim angry.
You to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Let's go to the point. Let's see what happens.
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body. You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
Those are the names on this map from the Forgotten Room.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage. Not in, not out. I'll never betray the purity of my tribe.
Yep.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything about drug smuggling through Terminal B?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
Yep.
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's the kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road science, man. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer's stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
That's getting more difficult than I
wouldn't be
thought.
so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Guess so.
So the woman thought it's some guy that reads poetry. Is this guy the poet?
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man. What's on your mind? Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
No, man.
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
Then what's your deal here?
Yeah, he got me.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire. Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Okay. They be connected? I have no idea. I got something at least. Should we ask him again if he steals drugs, if he smuggles drugs?
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But, I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
So you forgot to tell me.
It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole with ingenuity. Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
Can we break him?
And what crowd is that?
Crowd! You know, the drug crowd?
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Where up?
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no
lady.
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her.
Man, that's...
I don't get involved. I told you.
Ooh, that's some different task.
He's not ruling her out.
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you.
Nah. Are we going to the woman again? Does this make sense? I think there's a party over there when we cross the bridge. So one of three or a one of two? How can I forget? How can you unlock this? Forget? Okay, I have no idea how to put more points on this. Yeah, let's try again maybe. Go to the... old woman. What the hell is this guy doing? Was the old woman somewhere here? I forgot. Maybe. Let's try again.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions. Did you just call me a lady, Harry Fair?
The woman's malevolent cackling fills the roundabout.
I'm a lady like you are Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams. I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other commoners sniffing around, when I have my movies to go to? Because they can no longer recognize the person I once was. Oh, Sim.
I have no idea. There are no other women here. Maybe the gardener that stays somewhere there. Oh, now we get something.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of
49.
peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are
That's
glued
the
to
racist
various
driver.
panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays. It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Got him. Hello, racist man.
Looking for something? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip. Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock.
Crime boss La
is
Puta
probably
Madre.
the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
Don't care, man.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him. The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Oh yeah? And what goods are those? What is there to talk about? It's a racist world. I didn't make it that way. I'm just living in it. Surviving in it. That's all this is. Survival.
We'll just have to ask someone else about the lady driver. Let's go.
Can I put more kills into this. Oh, I have level up. Let's go half light level up. Accept changes. Yeah, we're good. But how do we...
Looking for something?
Yeah, let's go.
Men like this only respect two things: strength and fear.
Fuck
No.
you. I told you. I'm not gonna...
Slap him!
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Fuck you for the rest of my life.
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Now, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Alright, that was a challenging task. I got it though. Green worry. Down the monument. There it is.
This green found, A to Z, contemporaire, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. I don't know how good it is, but this investigation has taken long enough. We can't afford it to take any longer.
Yeah. Two not equipped. Let's go. Pry bar. Yep.
This green found, A to Z,
it's still
contemporaire,
bad.
is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead.
I need
It's
12,
seen better days.
so I need to get 10. Can I switch some items, maybe? Switch some items, switch some items. Need physical instrument, right? +1 physical instrument. Right? Do I have more physical instruments? Nah. No, that's it. Yeah, we gotta go though.
This screen found, A to Z. With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice.
Like the
Police
police!
cabin.
Coming straight from the underground.
The window shatters and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
There are some
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
Is this actually the abandoned room where I saw some frequencies as well?
20-kilometer radius at least.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the dial key.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes. Some dead act. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver.
Yeah.
But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why?
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
Driver's right boot sole. Oh, and then we have these the many steps leading to the hanged man, and one was with different with different feet. One was it's more because of the sandpaper.
Yes.
So it was a woman with a big feet. Yeah, the footprints, exactly. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
Yep.
We've identified one of the footprints, but there are still 7 to go.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a pull-out toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
Something behind the posters, maybe?
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Let's study it.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera too.
An actress, what the hell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade number 5. The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan
That's the same thing I researched with the abandoned.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
Dude, we saw them, right?
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as you close the rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce? All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Yeah, the problem is we broke a window now, so she will know.
This means it's well funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
What
As
about the movie
elegant
posters?
as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. I'm going to say no. We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Everard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can.
Yeah,
to
I think
our
so,
own
right?
ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Let's hope so.
In short, this is a future angle. Possibly a good one.
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that. The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Too much mafia in this one.
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either. Debrief over. After you.
Right. I think that's a good place to pause the game. We got some interesting information. That's the hardest case we had to crack with all of the lorry drivers, but we managed to do it. It's pretty good. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, subscribe, and see you for the next part. Bye.